Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. In today's episode of Seed Starting Basics, it's all about peppers. I'm going to talk to you about when you feed them the first time with a water-soluble fertilizer, and then how often do you continue that as the peppers are growing indoors. We're going to pot them up into containers. I'm going to show you how to do that, how I amend my starting mix, kind of turn it into a potting up mix with worm castings. You can use any fertilizer that you want, and we're also going to top off the larger peppers, and I'll explain to you why you may want to do that with your peppers. I also highly recommend Everwild Farms for your seeds. I buy a lot of my seeds there, my flowers, my peppers, my tomatoes. Beautiful packaging, a lot of information, wonderful price, huge selection, and these are foil packages that really Ziploc close, so you can store these seeds year after year after year. A lot of people don't know tomato and pepper seeds will last years, so a great package will allow you to keep these and you're going to save money. Check them out at everwild.com. I'll put their information in the video description. Alright, let's get to the peppers, and we will start with setting up the potting mix and really start there. So for your potting up mix, you can really use any potting soil from the stores if you want. They do have fertilizer in it, so you're not going to need to put anything in there. This is starting mix. I like to make my own. There's nothing in there now. Sometimes I might have a little bit of worm castings, but when I take my starting mix, create the potting up mix, I do add 1 to 2 cups per 12 quarts of worm castings. I use Fertilizer's product. I'm affiliated with them. I really like them. It's a sifted worm casting product, so you're really paying for worm castings, not a bunch of compost with some worm castings thrown in there. So this is probably 6 to 8 quarts. We're going to go with a handful. Not quite a cup, and I would just sift it across the top, mix it in, and that's all the fertilizer I'm putting into my seed starting mix to make my potting up mix. You could use other products if you want, but just don't overdo it. I like worm castings because it's well below a 111 NP and K, plus it adds humic acid, other growth hormones, and some really good microbiology. Alright, let's talk about when you first feed your peppers. We're going to use a water-soluble fertilizer. We want to keep the NP and K down below a 555, really as close as you can get to a 111. Talk about that in my other videos for the seed starting basics. Check them out. I will link them to this one. So peppers, again, you can seed start them anywhere 8 to 12 weeks before they're ready to go out into 50-degree ground. So these have been growing at different rates. These are some that I started a little bit later. The dust on here is Captain Jack's dead bug dust. Don't worry about that. That's being used in another video. So when your peppers get to about this size, they're going to pop up. These larger leaves are the leaves that break the surface. And when they get the first set of true leaves, these right here, and then another set starting to come in, that's when you want to first feed them. Do a nice light feed of any water-soluble fertilizer you choose, and then you're going to do this every 10 to 14 days. You just don't need a lot of fertilizer in your seed starts. Too much will damage them. So when I do my starting mix, again, I show you how to set that all up in this series. I may put in some worm castings. I don't put in other fertilizer. So after these germinate, it's about 2 weeks till they get to this size. Give them a quick feed and they'll do great. Even if you do put in some worm castings or some light fertilizer, again, when they get to this size, a water-soluble fertilizer, and then every 10 to 14 days. Just a little bit. They'll do perfectly well. Now, I start a lot of peppers, so if you are only starting, maybe 6 or 12, you can go right into these larger containers and you can grow them in here and you don't have to pot them up. But it really depends on how much you want to grow, how much grow light room you have indoors under your grow lights, and then how quickly you can get them outside. So I still use the starting mix. You can buy potting mix at this point. A lot of the potting mix you buy will have fertilizer in it already. And I talked about using worm castings. I put in about a cup or 2 per 12 quarts of the starting mix. So this has worm castings in it now. You're going to want to pot your peppers up when they get to about this size. This is the smaller cell, the standard 6-pack cells. I sell these at my seed shop. And you can see, these are the first leaves that break the surface. They don't count. And then you get your true leaves. So I have 1, 2, 3 levels of true leaves. When you turn this over, you can see that the roots are starting to coil a little bit. They're all around here. They're ready to be potted up. And I'm going to just take them to something that's about 3 times the size. You can put these into 10-ounce cups. Styrofoam cups work really well. You want to plant to just a little bit above the surface here. They will actually root out a little bit, but not as much as tomatoes. And I just drop in the soil first. Starting mix, pack it down. You can loosen the bottom gently. Try not to tear too much. And then just drop it in just like that. And we're going to just add the starting mix. And then I like to take, don't press right at the stem, but right around it. You can press the corners with your fingers like that and just press it in. Add in some more, press it in, and you're just pressing the corners. You would do this with a cup too, press it around the sides, and now you have a nicely transplanted pepper and a nice solid base. That's all that it's going to want. To top them off, the reason you do that, and let me say a couple of things. Banana peppers and the sweet Hungarian wax, you don't really have to top off. They're really, really prolific. I also found that certain bell peppers don't like to be topped off, but a majority of peppers do. These are actually will grow year-round if a frost doesn't come around, so they can be pruned. They're kind of like woody shrubs. You just go in. This is the growing tip, the main growing tip, and we're going to, I could actually cut it down here and just leave these 2 leaves. That's all they need. But we're going to just cut off the growing tip right there. I do like to leave 2 sets of true leaves. By cutting this, it's going to force more growth out the sides, and you're going to get a bushier plant that's going to produce more flowers, and more flowers will mean more production. And what I recommend, if you haven't done this before, if you're growing like 3 of these peppers, let me just double check what I'm growing there. I've got to label it. This is the jalapeno early. Let me label it while I'm thinking of it. I always forget. So that's a jalapeno early, and I'm going to be growing probably 3 of those. Top off 1 or 2, leave 1 to grow normally, and then you've done your own little experiment. Today's March 10th. I like to put the date that I transplant them on there. I'll have to look it up, but then I also put the date that I seed started. And that's all I would really do, is I would just go through and move the larger plants. When do you want to start potting them up? These are a little bit too small. When they get to really this size, you can start thinking about potting them up. When they have 2 sets of true leaves, they're really ready to go. In some cases, I've left 2 peppers in there. You can grow peppers closely together like this in containers and in the ground. And by putting in 2 plants, you will actually get double the production. There's an extra seed that popped late. So when you're growing peppers, remember, when you put them into the starting mix, they're going to germinate anywhere from really, if you're lucky, 7 to 10 days, all the way up to 4 weeks, 28 days, sometimes longer, depending on the variety and how warm your grow room is or how warm the starting mix is. If you can get these up to 80 degrees, they germinate much more quickly. Let me show you again how I cut the tip. I didn't quite like how I did that one. You want to make sure you get on the stem and above it are the leaves, and you cut off at the stem so that the leaves are intact. That means you remove the growing tip. But when I did the first example, I kind of just cut here and I just trimmed the leaves. You want to get right to the stem. Here's an example up close. We have the stem coming up, the leaves are growing. I kind of cut up here. We want to get right below it. See if I can do this easily. Right in there. I took off an extra leaf I didn't want, but you really want to just remove the tip. That's fine. This has 1, 2, 3 leaves. That'll be perfectly fine, but you just really want to make sure you remove the tip in there. And when you're transplanting them up, you might find some of the same varieties germinated at different times. These are my Hungarian wax hots. I have 2 plants in those, but this one must have started later. You don't have to wait for this to grow. You don't just need to put this somewhere. Go ahead and just transplant it now. And here's a good example. when they're smaller like that, they still have a lot of room to grow in there, but you can still transplant them up. But you know, you don't see the mass of white roots here, so this plant really has another good probably 10 to 14 days to grow in this small cell, but you could go ahead and do it early. Just drop it in, try not to break up the root ball when the roots are that small, and just fill in around there. Alright, well, I potted up some of the larger ones. Let me just show you what I have going on. Again, we topped off the peppers there, and you really want to make sure you remove the entire tip. Here's an example of what will start happening. These are facing heaven peppers. I don't top these off because they really produce a lot of side shoots, but when you top it off, you can see that growth right down there between my fingers. That's what you're encouraging by topping off your pepper plants. Now, what I encourage you to do is to experiment. These are my Portugal peppers in there. I've topped one off right in there, and then I have a second one growing, and I'm leaving that tip in there. And again, you can grow 2 peppers in a single space. I have a lot of videos about that over the last several years. They don't get quite as big, but you really almost get double the production. So I encourage you, again, experiment. Put in 2 pepper plants where you might normally have put 1. I want to show you another variety that does not like to be topped off. These were all started, I think, towards, let's see, I wrote them on here, January 28th. So today is the 10th of March. They've been growing for a while. They were all started at the same time, but you can see the habaneros are orange and red. They're a lot smaller. These do not like to be topped off. When you are potting up and you end up with cells like this, just pop these out, drop them in here, and then you're going to save yourself some space. That's a Tobago pepper. Really, really small. Peppers will grow at different speeds. Alright, so now we're into, let's see, what is that? Probably 5 weeks worth of growth, maybe 6 weeks. You don't have to be perfect with this. You just kind of judge it by size. They're ready for the watering. Again, cut your water-soluble fertilizer down to a 5.55 or below. I recommend really even getting just to a 1.11. Fill this up about a quarter of the way. Let it absorb the water and the fertilizer. Whatever's not left in there after 30 minutes you can go ahead and dump out, but with practice you get pretty good and you never really have any excess water sitting in there. Again, check out Everwild Farms. If you use the code RUSTEDGARDEN, you'll get a free pack of seeds. Hope you enjoyed this video. We're starting to wrap up seed starting basics. We'll do a couple more, I guess, potting ups, and I'll talk about some different varieties of plants. But we're going to finish up with acclimation because we're getting great growth. The plants look good, but if you don't acclimate these the right way into the outdoors, they're going to die off. Please subscribe and check out my seed shop at www.therustedgarden.com. Thanks for watching.